Hi there, Sarah Morales from Sarah Morales Therapy here. I'm here today to talk to you about the OCD cycle. What is OCD, and how can we differentiate OCD from regular anxiety? Well, let's take a look at the image, and I'll refer to the image as we talk about the OCD cycle. So, everybody in the whole world, we all experience intrusive thoughts. They are not just thoughts, they could be body sensations, urges, impulses, memories, whatever they are that pops up into your head. It's intrusive, it's unwanted, it's uncomfortable. So we all experience that. The difference with OCD and what turns it into OCD is the amount of meaning we attach to the thoughts. So, as one person with general anxiety might have, say, a random intrusive thought like, what if I stab my mom? Like, that would be weird, but I would never do that. And they would be able to move on and go about their day, not really think too much of it. However, a person with OCD might be like, oh my God, I had that thought. What if that actually happens? What if that comes true? Am I at risk to my mom? No, what do I need to do to make sure that doesn't happen? Should I avoid her? Should I throw away my sharps and knives? It's about the time, energy, and focus with the intrusive thought that turns it into the OCD. So obviously for anyone that would create a lot of distress, that intrusive thought. So anybody in their right mind would try to get rid of that distress, right? We don't want to feel it. It's distressing. So we end up engaging in behaviors that might be helpful in the short term, but in the long term create a lot more distress. For example, we might avoid people, places, situations that remind us of the distressing thoughts. We might seek reassurance. We might ask for reassurance. Am I okay? Are you sure I'm okay? You didn't see anything happen, right? You would ask questions to feel better, not for any new information. We might do mental rituals, mental compulsions, like ruminating in our head, trying to fix it or think of a solution to solve it in our head, but we end up just going in circles with the thoughts. We might do more overt behaviors like checking things, counting. We might check locks and doors and light switches or excessively clean things. This is just the tip of the iceberg with compulsions or behaviors we do to try to feel some relief. And though it works in the short term, it's actually creating a really strong brain connection. It's called negative reinforcement. So that now every time you have the intrusive thought, image, body sensation, it's going to take more and more and more of the behavior or the compulsion to get any type of relief. So with ERP therapy, we try to reduce the compulsions and the behaviors. We're not going to try to change the intrusive thought. The intrusive thought's going to happen. We're not going to try to change the feeling. The feelings are going to happen, but we are going to try to control for and eventually eliminate the compulsions or the behaviors that are reinforcing the anxiety. And over time, two very important things happen. One is called inhibitory learning. That's where you do an exposure for the first time and you learn emotionally that, okay, nothing bad happened. It's scary, but no one died. So the initial new brain connection that forms is called inhibitory learning. We learn it emotionally. And the second thing that happens is called habituation. So the more we repeat the exposure or repeat exposing ourselves to the distressing situation or thought, the more strong that brain connection gets. So it's kind of like jumping into a pool for the first time. At first it's freezing, but over time our body just adjusts to the temperature. Same with the brain. It may never be pleasant or comfortable or fun, but it will get less distressing over time with repetition of the exposures. And that's how ERP really helps with that inhibitory learning, emotionally learning for the first time it's okay, and two, habituation, the brain adjusting to the distress, and over time, the intensity of that distress becoming less and less over time. I hope that explanation of the OCD cycle and being able to differentiate OCD and general anxiety was helpful. And please contact me if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you.